Hello there, my beautiful friend. This is Louise, and I'm so very happy you've joined me today. I want you to know that by simply showing up here, you've already taken the first wonderful step toward inviting more abundance into your life. Isn't that marvelous? Every journey begins with a choice, and today you've chosen to open yourself to the magnificent flow of abundance that is your birthright. I understand that right now, you might be feeling that abundance is something outside of yourself, something that others have figured out while you're still searching. Perhaps you look at your bank account, your home, or your relationships and feel a sense of lack. Maybe you've tried affirmations before, but found yourself thinking, "These nice words won't pay my bills," or "I can say I'm abundant all day long, but my reality shows something different." My darling, I've been exactly where you are. There was a time in my own life when scarcity seemed to follow me everywhere. I would look around and see others thriving while I struggled. But what I discovered, and what I'm so excited to share with you, is that abundance isn't something we chase. It's something we allow. And the doorway to that allowing starts right here, in our thoughts and in the words we speak to ourselves. Now you might be wondering, Louise, how can just 5 minutes a day really change anything? Oh, my dear, if only you could see what I see. 5 minutes of focused, loving attention to your thoughts about abundance is like planting a magical seed that grows with each passing day. It's not about the time. It's about the quality of energy you bring to that time. Think about it this way. Many of us spend hours each day thinking about what we don't have, worrying about bills, feeling anxious about the future. We've given so much power to our thoughts of lack. What we'll be doing together is creating a new pattern, just 5 minutes to begin with, where we deliberately focus on thoughts of plenty, fullness, and yes, wonderful abundance in all its forms. I want you to think of these 5 minutes as your daily abundance appointment. Just as you would never miss an important meeting that could change your financial future, I invite you to commit to this appointment with the same seriousness. But unlike those other meetings that might fill you with stress, this is an appointment filled with joy, ease, and delicious expectation. Each morning, before the world rushes in with its demands and distractions, you'll take just 5 minutes to align your energy with abundance. And in that small pocket of time, you'll be doing the most important work possible. You'll be changing your consciousness. Because when consciousness changes, everything changes. As you practice these daily affirmations, wonderful changes will begin to unfold. At first, you might notice small shifts. Perhaps a surprise gift arrives, or you find money you didn't know you had, or someone treats you to lunch unexpectedly. These are what I call abundance whispers, little signs that the universe is responding to your new vibration. But my dear friend, as you continue, these whispers become conversations and then symphonies. You'll start noticing opportunities where you once saw closed doors. Your creative ideas about increasing your wealth will flow more easily. You'll find yourself making decisions from a place of confidence rather than fear. And most beautifully, you'll begin to recognize the abundance that has been surrounding you all along. In the air you breathe, the love you share, and yes, in the material comforts that are making their way to you. Now, I want to be very clear about something important. This practice is for everyone. It doesn't matter where you start from financially. It doesn't matter what your past experiences with money have been. It doesn't matter if you've tried other abundance practices and been disappointed. What matters is your willingness to open up to new possibilities. What matters is your commitment to changing the conversation in your own mind. What matters is your beautiful heart that deserves all the abundance this magnificent universe has to offer. I've worked with people from all walks of life, from those struggling to pay rent to millionaires who felt spiritually bankrupt despite their bank accounts. And I can tell you with absolute certainty that abundance consciousness is available to every single person, including you, my dear friend, especially you. So before we move forward, let's set an intention together for our practice. Please take a gentle breath in and release it slowly. Feel your body relaxing, your mind opening, your heart softening. Now repeat after me, either out loud or in your heart. I am open to receiving abundance in all forms. I am worthy of prosperity. I choose to align myself with the infinite supply of the universe. Today marks a new beginning in my relationship with abundance, and I welcome this journey with an open heart. Beautiful. You've just created a sacred container for our work together. Now let's dive deeper into understanding what abundance truly means and how we can welcome it into our lives, moment by moment, thought by thought, with love and joyful expectation. When most people think of abundance, their minds immediately go to money. And yes, financial prosperity is absolutely a wonderful part of an abundant life. I love money and all the good it can do in the world. But my dear, abundance is so much richer, so much deeper than just the numbers in your bank account. True abundance is a state of being where you recognize that there is more than enough of everything you need. It's about feeling the fullness of life itself, the abundant air that fills your lungs, the abundant thoughts that fill your mind, the abundant love that fills your heart. It's about looking at a sunset and feeling wealthy beyond measure, because such beauty exists, and you are alive to witness it. I remember a time when I was healing from my cancer diagnosis. Even though I was facing health challenges, I trained myself to recognize the abundance all around me, the kindness of nurses, the brilliance of doctors, the love of friends, the healing foods I was blessed to eat. I wasn't denying my circumstances, but I was choosing to see beyond them to the abundance that was still present, still available, still mine to claim. There are two fundamental ways of viewing life: through the lens of abundance or through the lens of scarcity. The scarcity mindset tells us there's never enough. Not enough money, not enough time, not enough love, not enough recognition. It keeps us in a constant state of fear, clutching tightly to what we have because we're terrified of losing it. The abundance mindset, on the other hand, is like looking through a magical window where possibility lives. It sees opportunities instead of obstacles. It trusts in the flow of life rather than fighting against it. It knows that giving leads to receiving, that sharing increases rather than depletes, that there is always, always more good to come. Now, I'm not suggesting that adopting an abundance mindset means ignoring practical realities. If your bank account is low, pretending it's full won't help. But what the abundance mindset does is change how you respond to those realities. Instead of thinking, I'm broke and that's just how it is, you might think, my finances are temporarily limited, but I am connected to infinite supply and creative solutions are coming to me now. Do you feel the difference in those two thoughts? One closes the door, the other opens a window. One tells a story of limitation, the other tells a story of possibility. And my dear, the stories we tell ourselves shape the lives we live. This brings us to one of the most powerful principles I've learned in my journey. Your thoughts create your reality. This isn't just a nice saying. It's a truth that has been recognized by spiritual teachers, quantum physicists, and successful people throughout history. Every thought you think is creating your future. Every word you speak is declaring what you believe is possible for you. When you constantly think thoughts of scarcity, I can't afford that. Money always runs out. Rich people are just lucky. You're actually instructing your subconscious mind to look for evidence that confirms these beliefs. And guess what? Your wonderful, faithful subconscious will do exactly as instructed. But the magnificent news is that this same principle works in reverse. When you consciously choose thoughts of abundance, money comes to me easily. I am open to unexpected income. I deserve prosperity. Your subconscious mind gets busy finding ways to make these new thoughts your reality. Now, does this mean that simply thinking I am rich will instantly fill your bank account? No, my dear. Transformation rarely happens in an instant. But what happens is something even more valuable. Your new thoughts begin to change your feelings, which change your actions, which change your results over time. If I were to sit down with each of you individually and we were to have a heart-to-heart conversation about why abundance hasn't fully flowed into your life, we would eventually touch upon the question of worthiness. Nearly every person I've ever worked with has, at some level, questioned whether they truly deserve prosperity. These worthiness wounds often started in childhood. Perhaps you heard messages like, money doesn't grow on trees, or people like us don't get to have nice things, or who do you think you are to want more? These messages weren't meant to hurt you. They were usually spoken by people who themselves were taught to think small, to expect little, to settle for less. But my beautiful friend, I want you to hear me clearly. You were born worthy. Your worthiness is not something you earn or achieve or prove. It is your birthright as a magnificent expression of life itself. The universe does not withhold abundance from any of its creations. Look at nature. Does it hold back its abundance? No. It gives and gives and gives. Countless blades of grass, endless stars in the sky, billions of cells in your body, all created in extravagant abundance. Now let's talk about the old beliefs about money that might be blocking the flow of abundance in your life. These beliefs are like invisible barriers that stand between you and the prosperity that is trying to reach you. Some common money blocks include beliefs like, money is the root of all evil. Spiritual people shouldn't focus on material wealth. You have to work hard for every penny. There's never enough to go around. If I become wealthy, people won't like me anymore. Take a moment to notice if any of these resonate with you. Perhaps you can feel a little tightness in your body when you think about certain money beliefs you've carried. That's your body's wisdom speaking to you, showing you where healing is needed. I want you to know that it's entirely possible to release these old beliefs and replace them with new ones that serve your highest good. The first step is simply becoming aware of them. Awareness is like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly you can see what was hidden before. Once you're aware of a limiting belief, you can begin to question it. Is it really true? Where did I learn this? Does believing this help me create the life I desire? Then, with love and patience, you can begin to replace these old stories with new ones that align with the truth of your unlimited nature. One of the most overlooked aspects of creating abundance is understanding the mind-body connection to wealth. Your body is not separate from your financial reality. They are intimately connected through your thoughts, feelings, and subtle energy systems. When you're constantly stressed about money, your body responds by producing stress hormones that keep you in a state of fight or flight. In this state, your creative thinking is diminished. Your ability to recognize opportunities is impaired, and you're more likely to make decisions from fear rather than wisdom. Conversely, when you cultivate a sense of ease and trust around money, your body relaxes. Your breathing deepens, your muscles soften, your nervous system calms. From this state of being, you're much more able to attract and receive abundance. You're more likely to have creative insights about increasing your income. You're more magnetic to opportunities and people who can help you prosper. This is why our daily 5-minute practice isn't just about repeating words. It's about embodying a new state of being. It's about training your entire system, mind, body, emotions, and spirit, to vibrate at the frequency of abundance. Because what you vibrate, you attract. I want to leave you with this beautiful truth as we close this section. Abundance is your natural state. Lack is the illusion. Scarcity is what we've been taught to believe. But it goes against the very nature of this infinitely abundant universe. Look at your own body for evidence of this truth. From a single cell, you developed into a being with trillions of cells, each one knowing exactly what to do to support your life. Your heart beats approximately 100,000 times a day without you having to think about it. Your lungs breathe in and out, taking in the perfect amount of oxygen. Your kidneys filter your blood. Your brain processes countless bits of information every second. All of this magnificent abundance is happening within you right now. You are a walking miracle of abundance. And the same infinite intelligence that orchestrates this symphony within your body is available to help you create abundance in every other area of your life. So as we prepare to learn the specific affirmations and practices that will help you align with abundance, remember this. You're not creating abundance from nothing. You're simply removing the barriers to what is already yours. You're not becoming abundant. You're remembering the abundance that you already are. Before we dive into the affirmations themselves, I want to talk about creating the right environment for your daily practice. Just as a garden needs good soil to flourish, your abundance affirmations will take root more easily in a space that supports their energy. Now, my dear, please know that you don't need anything fancy or expensive for this. Your abundance space can be as simple as a corner of your bedroom, a comfortable chair, or even your bathroom mirror. What matters is that this space feels good to you, and that you can return to it consistently for your 5-minute practice. If possible, I recommend keeping this space clean and uncluttered. Clutter in our physical environment often reflects and reinforces cluttered thinking, which can block the free flow of abundance. Simply tidying the area where you'll practice your affirmations sends a signal to the universe that you're making room for new blessings to enter. You might also consider adding a few meaningful items to your abundance space. Perhaps a plant to represent growth, a crystal that feels abundant to you, or a beautiful bowl or jar where you can collect coins or written blessings. Again, these are optional. The most important element is your presence and intention. Many people ask me, "Louise, when is the best time to do affirmations?" My answer is always the same. The best time is whenever you will actually do them consistently. For some, this is first thing in the morning before the day's demands begin. For others, it might be during a lunch break or just before bed when the mind is winding down. However, I do find that there's something especially powerful about morning practice. When you've just awakened, your mind is in a more receptive state. The critical, analytical part of your brain hasn't fully engaged yet, which means your affirmations can more easily reach your subconscious mind where real change happens. Think of it as setting the tone for your day. Just as you might check the weather forecast to know how to dress, your morning abundance practice forecasts prosperity, preparing your mind to notice and receive the abundance that will cross your path throughout the day. That said, I want you to be gentle with yourself. If mornings are chaotic in your household, or if you're simply not a morning person, choose another time when you can be fully present. The power of your practice comes from your consistency and sincerity, not from the time on the clock. Now let's talk about preparing your physical body to be a clear channel for abundance. This is something many abundance teachings overlook, but it's so very important. Your body is not separate from your manifestation abilities. It's an integral part of how you receive all good things into your life. Before you begin your affirmations, I invite you to take a few moments to settle into your body. Sit comfortably with your spine relatively straight, but not rigid. Place your feet flat on the floor if you're in a chair, establishing a solid connection with the earth, which is itself a source of infinite abundance. Now take 3 deep, conscious breaths. Breathe in through your nose, filling your lungs completely, and then exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing any tension or resistance you might be holding. With each exhale, imagine you're creating more space within yourself, space for abundance to flow in and fill you up. Notice any areas of your body that feel tight or constricted, especially your jaw, shoulders, and the area around your heart. Gently invite these areas to soften and open. When we're physically tense, we're often energetically blocking what we're trying to receive. A relaxed body is a receptive body. When it comes to affirmations, there's something magical about speaking them aloud. The sound of your own voice declaring prosperity has a potency that silent repetition, while still beneficial, simply doesn't match. Your voice carries your unique vibrational signature. When you speak words of abundance with feeling and conviction, you're literally sending those vibrations out into the universe and simultaneously impressing them upon your own subconscious mind. It's like ringing a bell that calls abundance to attention. Now, I understand that not everyone feels comfortable speaking affirmations out loud, especially if you share your living space with others. If that's your situation, even a whisper carries power. And if even a whisper isn't possible, speaking inwardly with strong emotion and clear visualization will still create positive change. The most important thing is that you feel the words as you say them. Empty recitation won't transform your reality. It's the feeling behind the words that activates their manifestation power. So whether you're shouting your affirmations from the mountaintops or silently affirming them in a crowded subway car, infuse them with genuine emotion and belief. As you begin your affirmation practice, you might notice something interesting happening. Parts of you may resist or doubt the very words you're speaking. This is completely normal. In fact, it's a sign that you're doing something powerful, because your old belief systems are being challenged. You might hear an inner voice saying things like, "This is silly," or "Who am I kidding? I'm broke, and these words won't change anything," or "I feel like I'm lying to myself." First of all, I want you to know that every single person I've ever worked with has experienced this resistance. You are not alone in this, and it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. When resistance or doubt arises, the worst thing you can do is fight against it or judge yourself for having these thoughts. Instead, try this approach. Acknowledge the doubt with compassion. You might even say, "I hear that part of me that's doubtful, and I understand why it feels that way based on past experiences. I'm choosing to try something new now." Then you can modify your affirmations slightly to make them more believable for where you are right now. Instead of saying, "I am wealthy beyond measure," when your bank account is empty, you might say, "I am open to increasing my wealth day by day," or "I am in the process of becoming more prosperous." These bridging affirmations honor where you are while still pointing in the direction you want to go. Over time, as your confidence grows and your reality begins to shift, you can strengthen your affirmations to match your expanding abundance consciousness. 5 minutes may not seem like much time, but when used with intention and focus, it can be transformative. Let me share some suggestions for making the most of your daily abundance practice. First, eliminate distractions as much as possible. Put your phone on silent, or better yet, in another room. Let family members know that you need 5 uninterrupted minutes. Close the door if you have one. This time is sacred. Treat it accordingly. Next, consider following a simple structure for your 5 minutes. You might spend the first minute centering yourself with deep breathing and setting your intention. The next 3 minutes could be devoted to speaking your affirmations slowly and with feeling, really allowing each one to sink in. The final minute might be used for visualization, seeing and feeling yourself living in abundance, experiencing gratitude for all that is coming to you. I also recommend keeping a journal nearby during your practice. Sometimes, as you work with affirmations, insights or inspired ideas will come to you. These are gifts from your higher self, showing you pathways to greater abundance. Jot these down quickly without breaking your flow, and then return to them after your practice to see what actions they might suggest. Remember, too, that your 5-minute practice, though brief, sends ripples throughout your entire day. You can amplify its effects by setting reminders to briefly return to your abundance mindset throughout the day. Perhaps each time you handle money, you can silently affirm, "Thank you for flowing to me and through me." Or when you receive anything, a compliment, a gift, even a paycheck that feels too small, respond with genuine gratitude, which is a powerful abundance multiplier. My dear friend, as we prepare to learn the specific affirmations that will help you claim your abundance, I want to speak to you about two essential qualities for success: consistency and patience. Consistency is the secret ingredient in any transformational practice. 5 minutes of focused abundance work every day will yield far greater results than an hour-long session once a month. Think of it like watering a plant. Consistent, gentle nourishment helps it thrive, while occasional drenching followed by long periods of drought will cause it to struggle. Your new abundance beliefs are like tender seedlings at first. They need regular attention and care to take root and grow strong. This is why I'm asking for just 5 minutes daily. It's a commitment almost anyone can keep, and it's enough to create real change when done consistently. Patience is equally important. We live in a world of instant gratification, where we expect immediate results from everything we do. But consciousness work doesn't always operate on that timeline. Some affirmations might shift your reality quickly, while others address deeper patterns that take more time to transform. Think of it this way: if you've spent 20, 30, or 40 years holding beliefs of scarcity, it's unreasonable to expect them to completely reverse in a week or even a month. Give yourself the gift of patience. Trust the process. Look for small signs of progress rather than expecting an overnight miracle. That said, please don't misunderstand me. Miracles do happen. I've witnessed countless impossible transformations in people's financial situations, but most commonly, abundance grows like a gradually brightening dawn rather than a sudden flash of lightning. First, your thoughts change. Then your feelings follow. Then your actions align with your new consciousness. And finally, your outer circumstances reflect this inner transformation. So as we move forward into learning and practicing our abundance affirmations, I invite you to make two promises to yourself: that you will be consistent in your practice, and that you will be patient with your progress. These two commitments alone will carry you far on your abundance journey. Before we dive into the specific affirmations, I think it's important for you to understand how and why they work. This isn't just magical thinking. There's a beautiful logic to how affirmations transform our reality. An affirmation, at its core, is simply a positive statement that you repeat to yourself with conviction. But what makes it powerful is that it interrupts your habitual thought patterns and begins to create new neural pathways in your brain. Your brain is wonderfully adaptive, constantly being shaped by your thoughts. And affirmations take advantage of this neuroplasticity to literally rewire your thinking. When you first begin using affirmations, they might feel like foreign invaders in your mind. Your existing belief system will often reject them, which is why you experience that inner resistance we talked about earlier. But with repetition and emotional engagement, these new thoughts begin to feel more familiar. And what feels familiar eventually feels true. This process works on multiple levels. Consciously, you're choosing more empowering thoughts. Subconsciously, you're programming your mind to look for evidence that supports these new beliefs. Energetically, you're aligning your personal vibration with the frequency of abundance, which helps you attract matching experiences. I like to think of affirmations as seeds planted in the garden of your mind. At first, they're just words, but given the right conditions, repetition, emotion, belief, and aligned action, they germinate, take root, and eventually bear fruit in your experience. The most effective affirmations are those that resonate with you personally. While I'll be sharing some of my favorite abundance affirmations with you, I encourage you to adapt them to your own voice and situation. If an affirmation feels too far from your current reality, modify it to create a bridge between where you are and where you want to be. The most powerful affirmation is one that stretches your beliefs while still feeling possible. As we prepare to begin our affirmation practice, there's one more important step to take: clearing the path for your new abundance. Just as you might clean your house before welcoming an honored guest, it's helpful to clear your energy field before inviting in greater prosperity. One simple clearing practice is to state your willingness to release old patterns. You might say something like, "I am now willing to release all beliefs, thoughts, and emotions that block my abundant flow. I forgive myself for any ways I've limited my prosperity in the past. I am ready for new abundance to enter my life." Another helpful practice is to spend a few moments contemplating what abundance will ask of you. Increased wealth often comes with increased responsibility. Are you willing to manage your money wisely? Are you prepared to perhaps give more generously? Are you ready to see yourself as someone who is good with money? Sometimes we unconsciously resist abundance because we're not sure we can handle it. By proactively addressing these concerns, you remove hidden obstacles to your prosperity. You might affirm, "I am ready and able to handle increased wealth with wisdom and joy. I trust myself to be a good steward of abundance." Finally, clear your energy by declaring your boundaries around how abundance comes to you. This is important because sometimes people worry that affirming abundance might bring money through negative channels. You might say, "I welcome abundance that comes for my highest good and the highest good of all concerned. I attract prosperity through joyful, ethical pathways that harm none and benefit many." With these preparations complete, creating your sacred space, choosing your time, preparing your body, understanding your voice, addressing resistance, maximizing your 5 minutes, committing to consistency and patience, understanding how affirmations work, and clearing your path, you are now fully ready to begin your abundance affirmation practice. Good morning, beautiful soul. There's something truly magical about the early hours of the day. In these precious moments when you first awaken, your mind is in a special state, open, receptive, and not yet filled with the day's concerns. This makes morning the perfect time to plant the seeds of abundance that will blossom throughout your day. Think of your mind as a garden. The thoughts you think are like seeds you plant there. And just like a garden, the seeds you plant in the morning have all day to grow. Your morning abundance affirmations are like planting beautiful flowers of prosperity that will continue to bloom as your day unfolds. Many of us have developed a habit of waking up and immediately thinking about what might go wrong today or what didn't go right yesterday, We reach for our phones to check emails or the news, filling our minds with other people's priorities and often with negative energy. But my dear friend, the first thoughts of your day are precious. They set the tone for everything that follows. When you begin your day with intentional words of abundance, you're essentially programming your subconscious mind to notice opportunities, solutions, and blessings that align with prosperity. You're tuning your inner radio to the frequency of abundance, which means you'll pick up more prosperity signals throughout your day. Now, I'd like to share with you 3 powerful morning affirmations that have helped thousands of people shift their abundance consciousness. These aren't just any affirmations. I've carefully chosen ones that address the foundation of prosperity thinking. Here's your first morning affirmation. I am open and receptive to all the wealth life offers me. This affirmation is beautiful because it addresses one of the most common blocks to abundance, the inability to receive. Many of us have been taught that it's selfish to receive, that we should always be giving, that wanting more is somehow greedy. This affirmation gently opens your energy to receiving the good that is trying to come to you. When you say this affirmation, really feel yourself opening like a flower to the sunshine of prosperity. Imagine your energy field expanding, becoming more receptive. Picture yourself saying yes to the universe's gifts with gratitude and joy, without guilt or hesitation. Your second morning affirmation is, money flows to me easily and effortlessly from expected and unexpected sources. I love this affirmation because it challenges the belief that money must always come through struggle and hard work. While there's nothing wrong with working for your money, limiting yourself to only that pathway cuts off the many surprising ways abundance can find you. As you say this affirmation, imagine money coming to you through many different channels. See yourself receiving a surprise check in the mail. Envision a client or customer appearing seemingly out of nowhere. Picture yourself having an inspired idea that leads to new income. Feel the ease and joy of money flowing to you from multiple directions. Your third morning affirmation is, I deserve prosperity and abundance in every area of my life. This one goes straight to the heart of worthiness, which, as we discussed earlier, is often the deepest block to receiving abundance. Many people secretly believe they don't deserve good things, especially material prosperity. This affirmation directly counters that limiting belief. When you speak these words, stand tall. Place one hand on your heart if you can. Look in the mirror and speak directly to your reflection. Say it with conviction, even if part of you doesn't believe it yet. Your worthiness is a fact, not an opinion, and this affirmation helps you align with that truth. Now, let's talk about how to work with these affirmations for maximum impact. It's not just about saying the words, it's about how you say them and what you bring to the practice. First, speak your affirmations aloud whenever possible. There's power in hearing your own voice declaring your prosperity. Speaking aloud engages more of your senses and makes the experience more tangible than simply thinking the words silently. Second, say each affirmation slowly and with feeling. Don't rush through them like you're reading a grocery list. Pause after each one. Let it sink in. Feel the energy of the words resonating in your body. Notice any sensations that arise, perhaps a warmth in your chest, a tingling in your hands, or a sense of expansion. Third, repeat each affirmation at least 3 times. Repetition helps impress the new thought upon your subconscious mind. You might find that by the 3rd repetition, you can feel yourself starting to believe the words more deeply. Fourth, pay attention to any resistance that comes up, but don't fight it. If you notice that part of you is arguing with an affirmation, simply acknowledge that thought with compassion. You might even place a hand on your heart and say, "I understand you're scared, but we're creating a new story now." Finally, end your affirmation practice with gratitude. Thank yourself for showing up for your prosperity. Thank the universe for bringing more abundance into your life. Gratitude is a powerful abundance amplifier because it puts you in immediate resonance with the feeling of having received. While the 3 affirmations I've shared are a wonderful starting point, I encourage you to customize them or create your own so they feel perfectly aligned with your unique situation and desires. To customize an affirmation, first identify what specific area of abundance you'd like to focus on. Is it your income, your savings, your ability to receive gifts, your financial confidence, your relationship with spending? Then, create a positive statement in the present tense that expresses your desired reality as if it's already happening. For example, if you want to focus on building your savings, you might affirm, "My savings account grows larger every day, giving me security and peace of mind." Remember that effective affirmations are stated in the positive, what you want, not what you don't want. Written in the present tense, as if already true. Personal, using I or my. Specific enough to have meaning for you. General enough to allow the universe to work its magic in surprising ways. You'll know you've created a powerful affirmation when saying it aloud gives you a positive emotional response, perhaps a feeling of relief, excitement, or peaceful certainty. If saying your affirmation makes you feel good, you're on the right track. Now that you have your morning affirmations, let's talk about exactly when to use them for the greatest impact. Ideally, you'll say your affirmations as part of your morning routine, before you've engaged with the outside world. This might mean doing them while still lying in bed, sitting on the edge of your bed before standing up, or as part of your bathroom routine while looking in the mirror. Many of my students find that combining affirmations with everyday activities helps them remember to do them. For instance, you might say your abundance affirmations while brushing your teeth, while the coffee is brewing, or while waiting for the shower water to warm up. The key is to choose a trigger, something you do every morning without fail, and attach your affirmation practice to it. This creates a natural reminder system that helps you develop consistency. I also recommend saying your affirmations before checking your phone, reading the news, or looking at your bank account. This allows you to establish your prosperity consciousness before being influenced by external information that might trigger old scarcity thinking. Remember, your morning affirmations are setting the energetic tone for your entire day. They're programming your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters information, to notice abundance rather than lack. They're preparing you to receive the good that is coming your way. Treat this practice as the important appointment with abundance that it truly is. I want you to understand just how powerful your morning affirmation practice can be. It's not just about those few minutes. It's about how those minutes influence everything that follows. When you begin your day affirming your abundance, you shift your energy to a higher vibration. This affects how you show up in every interaction throughout your day. You're more likely to speak with confidence in that work meeting. You're more likely to notice an opportunity that might have slipped past you otherwise. You're more likely to take inspired action rather than acting from fear. Your affirmations can influence your small daily decisions around money, which add up to big changes over time. Instead of thinking, "I can't afford that," you might ask yourself, "How can I create the resources for that?" Instead of automatically saying no to an investment in yourself, you might open up to possibilities for funding it. I've seen people completely transform their financial lives, starting with just these few minutes of morning affirmations. One woman went from constantly overdrawing her bank account to building a substantial savings fund within 6 months. A man who had been stuck in a low-paying job for years finally found the confidence to ask for a raise, and got it. A young entrepreneur who was on the verge of giving up turned her business around after committing to daily abundance affirmations. These changes didn't happen overnight, but they did happen. And they began with the simple practice I'm sharing with you now. Your morning affirmations are like pebbles dropped in a pond, creating ripples that extend far beyond the initial splash. Now that we've established our morning affirmation practice, I want to introduce you to another powerful tool for manifesting abundance: visualization. Your mind is an incredibly powerful creative instrument. What you consistently visualize with emotion and belief, you tend to manifest in your experience. Think about it this way. Before anything can exist in the physical world, it must first exist as a thought. The chair you're sitting on, the device you're using to watch this video, the building you're in, all of these things existed as ideas before they became tangible realities. Someone had to imagine them first. The same principle applies to the abundance you desire. By clearly visualizing yourself experiencing prosperity, you're creating an energetic blueprint that helps draw that reality to you. You're effectively programming your subconscious mind with images of abundance, which then influences your perceptions, decisions, and actions in ways that align with prosperity. Some people tell me, "Louise, I'm not good at visualizing. I can't see pictures in my mind." If that's true for you, please don't worry. Visualization doesn't have to mean seeing crystal clear mental images. It can be about feeling the emotions associated with abundance, hearing words of prosperity, or simply holding the knowing that abundance is yours. We all visualize differently, and your way is perfect for you. I'd like to guide you through a simple but powerful abundance visualization that you can include in your 5-minute daily practice. This exercise helps you experience the feeling of prosperity right now, which is key to attracting more of it into your life. First, find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. Close your eyes if that feels right for you. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing your body to relax more with each exhale. Feel yourself becoming present in this moment, setting aside any concerns about the past or future. Now, in your imagination, see yourself standing at the top of a beautiful hill on a perfect day. The sun is shining warmly on your face. A gentle breeze caresses your skin. You feel completely safe, at peace, and ready to receive. Looking out from this hilltop, you can see abundance flowing toward you from every direction. You might visualize this as streams of golden light, rivers of sparkling energy, or perhaps as actual dollars and coins, whatever imagery resonates with you. Watch as this abundance draws closer and closer to you. Feel the excitement building in your body. This prosperity is meant for you. It's coming specifically to bless you, to support your dreams, to make your life more comfortable and joyful. Now extend your arms outward, palms facing up in a gesture of receiving. As the abundance reaches you, feel it flowing into your hands, up your arms, and into your heart. Feel your entire body filling with the warm, comforting, exhilarating energy of prosperity. As this happens, say to yourself, I am one with abundance. Prosperity flows to me and through me with ease. I receive it now with gratitude and joy. Take a moment to really savor this feeling. This is the vibration of abundance. This is what it feels like to be in perfect alignment with prosperity. Let this feeling expand until it fills your entire being. When you're ready, slowly bring your awareness back to the room, knowing that the abundance you just connected with is already on its way to you in physical form. Open your eyes, taking this feeling of prosperity with you into your day. To make your abundance visualization even more powerful, try engaging all of your senses. The more sensory details you include, the more real the experience becomes to your subconscious mind, and the more effectively it programs your inner abundance blueprint. As you visualize prosperity coming to you, what do you see? Perhaps you see your bank account with a comfortable balance, or yourself confidently making purchases without worry, or the smile on your face as you donate to causes you care about. What do you hear? Maybe it's the sound of people congratulating you on your success, or the ping of payment notifications on your phone, or your own voice confidently discussing investment options with a financial advisor. What do you feel? This could be the feeling of security in your body, the relaxation in your shoulders from knowing your bills are paid, the excitement in your heart as you plan a special purchase or trip. What do you smell? Perhaps it's the scent of a celebratory meal, the fresh air of a beautiful vacation destination you can now afford, or the specific smell of a new car or home you're manifesting. What do you taste? Maybe it's the flavor of your favorite food that you're enjoying without concern about the cost, or the champagne toast to your new financial breakthrough. By engaging all your senses in your visualization, you create a holistic experience of abundance that feels incredibly real to your subconscious mind. This multisensory approach helps bypass the logical, critical part of your brain that might otherwise reject the new prosperity beliefs you're establishing. The most important aspect of effective visualization is the emotional component. Your emotions are the fuel that powers your manifestations. When you combine clear images of what you want with strong positive emotions, you create a magnetic force that accelerates the manifestation process. During your abundance visualization, deliberately cultivate feelings of joy, gratitude, excitement, relief, security, generosity, or any other emotions that prosperity brings up for you. Really allow yourself to feel these emotions in your body. Notice where you feel them, perhaps as warmth in your chest, lightness in your shoulders, or tingles along your spine. It's these feelings that tell the universe, Yes, this is what I want to experience more of. Your emotions are like a homing beacon, attracting more experiences that match their vibration. When you feel abundant, you attract abundance. When you feel prosperous, you attract prosperity. One of the beautiful aspects of visualization is that your body and subconscious mind don't distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and an actual physical experience. Both produce similar neurological and emotional responses. This means that when you visualize abundance with positive emotion, you're giving yourself a genuine experience of prosperity right now, not just in some distant future. This present moment experience of abundance is transformative because it shifts you from a state of wanting prosperity, which emphasizes lack, to a state of experiencing prosperity, which emphasizes having. And we attract more of what we feel we already have. Many abundance visualizations focus only on having a specific amount of money or particular material possessions. While there's nothing wrong with visualizing these outcomes, I've found it even more powerful to visualize the flow of abundance. Money, like all energy, loves to flow. When we focus too much on accumulating or hoarding wealth, we can actually create energetic blockages that impede its natural movement. But when we visualize abundance flowing to us, through us, and out from us in a continuous circuit, we align with its true nature. In your visualization practice, see yourself not only receiving money, but also using it wisely, investing it, sharing it, and circulating it back into the world in ways that create more value and joy. See yourself paying bills with gratitude, making purchases with discernment, saving with confidence, and giving with an open heart. This flow-based visualization helps you develop a healthier relationship with money. Rather than seeing it as something scarce that must be clutched tightly, you begin to trust in the continuous circulation of prosperity. You understand that money coming to you is as natural as money going from you. It's all part of the same abundant flow. While financial abundance is certainly an important aspect of prosperity, I encourage you to expand your visualization to include other forms of wealth as well. True abundance is holistic. It encompasses your health, relationships, creativity, time, joy, and spiritual connection. In your visualization practice, see yourself enjoying vibrant health and boundless energy. See yourself surrounded by loving, supportive relationships. See yourself expressing your creativity freely. See yourself having plenty of time for what matters most to you. See yourself experiencing deep joy and spiritual fulfillment. When we focus exclusively on financial wealth while neglecting these other areas, we create an imbalance that ultimately diminishes our experience of true prosperity. But when we visualize abundance in all areas of life, we open ourselves to a richness of experience that goes far beyond material possessions. I've known many financially wealthy people who felt deeply impoverished in other areas of their lives. And I've known people of modest means who experienced themselves as abundantly blessed because they focused on the many forms of wealth available to them. Your visualization practice is an opportunity to call in complete prosperity, abundance that nourishes you on every level. We've explored affirmations and visualization as powerful tools for attracting abundance. Now I want to introduce you to what might be the most potent abundance practice of all: gratitude. if there's a single practice that can transform your relationship with prosperity almost overnight, it's developing a consistent gratitude practice. Gratitude is like a magnet for miracles. When you genuinely appreciate what you already have, you create an energy field that naturally draws more blessings to you. This isn't just spiritual wisdom, it's practical psychology. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you're training your brain to notice the good in your life rather than fixating on what's missing or broken. Think about two people with exactly the same financial circumstances. One focuses constantly on what they lack, worrying about bills, complaining about prices, and feeling envious of others who have more. The other person appreciates what they do have, expresses thanks for their income, however modest it might be, and celebrates even small financial wins. Which person do you think will attract more abundance? Which person would you rather do business with, employ, or help out? Which person is more likely to notice opportunities when they appear? The attitude of gratitude creates a positive spiral that brings more to be grateful for. I'd like to share with you a simple but powerful gratitude exercise that you can incorporate into your 5-minute abundance practice. This exercise helps you shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance by recognizing the prosperity that's already present in your life. Begin by taking a few deep breaths to center yourself. Then, with eyes closed or open, place one hand over your heart. This physical gesture helps you connect with feelings of appreciation and love. Now, bring to mind 3 specific things related to abundance that you're grateful for today. These can be big or small, material or intangible. Perhaps you're grateful for the money to pay a bill, for the delicious food in your refrigerator, for the opportunity to earn income doing something you enjoy, or simply for the fact that the sun is shining and you're alive to experience it. For each item, create a complete sentence beginning with "I am grateful for," and speak it aloud with genuine feeling. For example, "I am grateful for the unexpected refund I received yesterday. I am grateful for having a comfortable home that protects me from the elements. I am grateful for my creative mind that helps me solve problems and find new ways to increase my income." As you express each gratitude, really feel the appreciation in your body. Let it fill you up. Notice how differently you feel when you focus on what you have rather than what you lack. To deepen this practice, you might add "because" to each gratitude statement, explaining why you're thankful for this particular blessing. For example, "I am grateful for my job because it provides me with stable income and allows me to use my skills to help others." This simple exercise, practiced daily, begins to rewire your neural pathways. You start automatically noticing more things to be grateful for throughout your day. This positive focus creates a profound shift in your energetic signature, making you naturally more magnetic to prosperity. One of the most transformative aspects of gratitude practice is learning to find things to appreciate even in the midst of financial challenges. This doesn't mean denying difficulties or pretending everything is perfect when it isn't. Rather, it's about finding the gift, the lesson, or the opportunity within the challenge. If you're facing a financial struggle right now, I invite you to gently explore what you might be grateful for within this very situation. Perhaps this challenge is teaching you resilience creativity, or better money management skills. Perhaps it's showing you who your true friends are, or helping you clarify what really matters to you. Perhaps it's pushing you to develop talents or pursue opportunities you might otherwise have overlooked. I remember a time in my own life when I had very little money. At first, I felt only fear and lack. But when I began to look for things to appreciate, I realized this period was teaching me to live simply, to value experiences over possessions, and to trust in life's provision. Those lessons have enriched me far beyond any dollar amount. When you can find genuine gratitude in the midst of financial challenges, you perform a kind of alchemy, transforming what seemed like a negative experience into a positive one. This shift in perception not only feels better emotionally, but also opens you energetically to the solutions and opportunities that are trying to reach you. Most gratitude practices focus on appreciating what you already have, which is indeed powerful. But there's another form of gratitude that specifically accelerates abundance. Gratitude for what's coming to you, but hasn't physically manifested yet. This practice involves thanking the universe in advance for the prosperity that's on its way to you. It's a statement of faith, a declaration of trust in the abundant nature of life and your rightful place in that abundance. You might say something like, "Thank you for the wonderful new sources of income that are coming to me now. I am grateful for the financial breakthrough that is making its way to me. Thank you for the increasing prosperity that I am experiencing day by day." This form of gratitude helps bridge the gap between your current reality and your desired experience of abundance. It puts you in energetic alignment with what you're calling in. It's like sending a clear message to the universe. I'm so certain this blessing is coming that I'm thanking you for it now. When combined with your affirmations and visualizations, this prospective gratitude creates a powerful abundance attractor field. You're essentially living in the energy of having already received what you desire, which is the fastest way to draw it into your physical experience. While your 5-minute abundance practice is a wonderful container for focused gratitude work, the real magic happens when you extend gratitude throughout your day. Here are some simple ways to make appreciation a consistent part of your prosperity consciousness. Before getting out of bed each morning, think of 3 things you're grateful for related to abundance. This sets a positive tone for your entire day. Whenever you receive money, whether it's your paycheck, a refund, a gift, or even finding a penny on the sidewalk, pause to say, "Thank you." Acknowledge that prosperity has found you and express appreciation for it, no matter how small the amount. When paying bills, shift from grudging payment to grateful acknowledgement. As you pay each bill, you might say, "Thank you for the electricity that powers my home," or "I'm grateful for the internet service that connects me to opportunities." This simple reframe turns bill paying from a depleting experience into an affirming one. Keep a small gratitude journal where you record instances of abundance each day. These don't have to be only financial. Include moments of time abundance, energy abundance, love abundance, and so on. Regularly reading through this journal reinforces your awareness of the prosperity that surrounds you. Before falling asleep at night, review your day and identify 3 ways abundance manifested for you. This practice ensures that gratitude is both the first and last thing on your mind each day, creating a powerful frame for prosperity consciousness. You might be wondering why gratitude is so effective at attracting abundance. Is it just positive thinking, or is there something more at work? The answer lies in both the psychological and energetic effects of consistent appreciation. From a psychological perspective, gratitude practice activates the brain's reward center, releasing dopamine and serotonin, neurochemicals that make us feel good. When we regularly practice gratitude, we're essentially training our brains to seek out more things to appreciate, creating a positive feedback loop that changes our perception of reality. Gratitude also reduces the stress hormone cortisol, which is often elevated during financial worries. With lower cortisol levels, we make better decisions, see opportunities more clearly, and approach money matters from a calmer, more centered state of mind. From an energetic perspective, gratitude aligns us with the frequency of receiving. When we appreciate what we have, we send a signal to the universe that says, "More of this, please." We're acknowledging that we've received blessings, which opens us to receiving more. Gratitude also dissolves energetic blocks to prosperity, such as resentment, envy, and feelings of unworthiness. These negative emotions create resistance in our energy field that can literally repel abundance. But genuine appreciation melts this resistance, creating clear channels for prosperity to flow into our lives. Whether you approach it from a scientific or spiritual perspective, the evidence is clear. Gratitude works. It's not just a nice sentiment. It's a practical tool for creating measurable changes in your financial reality. And best of all, it feels wonderful to practice. Unlike some abundance techniques that might feel like work, gratitude gives you an immediate emotional return on your investment. Now I want to introduce you to one of my absolute favorite practices for transforming your relationship with abundance: mirror work. This powerful technique has helped thousands of my students break through their most stubborn prosperity blocks, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Mirror work is exactly what it sounds like. It involves using a mirror as a tool for self-love, affirmation, and transformation. When you look into your own eyes while speaking words of abundance, something magical happens. You bypass the analytical mind and speak directly to your subconscious, where your deepest beliefs about money and worthiness reside. There's a special intimacy in meeting your own gaze. You can't hide from yourself in the mirror. You see your own reaction to the words you're speaking. You witness your own resistance, skepticism, or hope. And most importantly, you can choose to shower yourself with the love and acceptance that may have been missing from your relationship with money. I've been practicing mirror work for decades, and I can tell you that no other technique has been more transformative for myself and those I've taught. There's something about looking into your own eyes and declaring your worthiness for abundance that breaks through the barriers of self-doubt more effectively than almost anything else. Let's begin with a simple but profound mirror exercise that you can incorporate into your 5-minute abundance practice. All you need is a mirror, ideally one where you can comfortably see your face. This could be your bathroom mirror, a compact mirror, or even the selfie camera on your phone if that's what's available to you. Stand or sit comfortably in front of your mirror. Take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Then look directly into your own eyes. Notice how you feel making eye contact with yourself. If you feel uncomfortable, that's perfectly normal. Many people initially feel awkward or vulnerable when beginning mirror work. That discomfort is often a sign that healing is needed in your relationship with yourself. Now, with your eyes still meeting your reflection, say the following words. I love you, your name. You deserve abundance. You are worthy of prosperity. I support you in becoming wealthy. Say these words slowly, with feeling. Notice any reactions that come up. Perhaps tears, a lump in your throat, disbelief, or a sense of relief. Whatever arises, just observe it with compassion. There's no right or wrong way to feel. Repeat this affirmation 3 times, continuing to maintain eye contact with yourself. With each repetition, try to infuse your voice with more love and conviction. Imagine you're speaking to a beloved child or dear friend who needs reassurance about their worthiness to receive good things. This simple practice, done daily, begins to heal the wounded places inside that have been holding prosperity at bay. It rebuilds your relationship with yourself on a foundation of love and worthiness, which is essential for allowing abundance to flow freely into your life. Now that you've experienced the basic mirror practice, I'd like to share some specific abundance affirmations that work beautifully with mirror work. These affirmations directly address common blocks to prosperity while building a new, empowering relationship with wealth. Here's the first powerful mirror affirmation. I approve of you exactly as you are, and I support your financial success. This affirmation is profound because it separates your intrinsic worth from your financial circumstances. Many people unconsciously believe they must prove their worth through financial achievement, which creates a painful cycle of striving and self-judgment. This affirmation declares that you are already approved of, already worthy, and from that place of acceptance, financial success can flow naturally. The second mirror affirmation is, money loves you and you are comfortable with receiving more and more money. Look into your eyes as you say this. Do you believe it? If not, that's valuable information. Many people have a conflicted relationship with money, simultaneously wanting more of it while also feeling uncomfortable, guilty, or undeserving when it comes. This affirmation helps you develop ease and comfort with receiving prosperity. The third mirror affirmation is, you are learning to manage money wisely, and abundance flows freely through your life. This affirmation addresses the common fear that more money would be too much responsibility or that you might misuse it. By affirming your growing wisdom with money management, you reassure your subconscious that it's safe to receive greater prosperity. The second part of the affirmation emphasizes the flow of abundance, both receiving and giving, which aligns with the true nature of prosperity. As you work with these mirror affirmations, remember to speak them with love. Your tone of voice matters enormously. Speak to yourself as you would to someone you adore, someone whose happiness matters deeply to you. This loving tone helps the affirmations penetrate more deeply into your subconscious mind. Despite its profound benefits, mirror work often meets with initial resistance. This is completely natural. Looking at yourself with love and speaking words of abundance may feel foreign, uncomfortable, or even silly at first. But I encourage you to push through this discomfort because the greatest transformations often wait just on the other side of resistance. If you find yourself avoiding your mirror practice, here are some gentle ways to work through that resistance. Start small. If a full minute of eye contact feels overwhelming, begin with just 10 or 15 seconds. Gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable with the practice. Acknowledge your discomfort out loud. You might say to your reflection, "I notice I'm feeling uncomfortable right now, and that's okay. I'm here to create a new relationship with myself and with abundance." Use humor as an entry point. It's perfectly fine to laugh or smile as you begin. You might even say, "This feels silly, and that's okay. I'm willing to try something new to welcome more prosperity into my life." Focus on one specific feature you like about yourself as you speak your affirmations. Perhaps you appreciate your eyes, your smile, or the uniqueness of your face. This can make it easier to maintain the eye contact that makes mirror work so powerful. Remember that resistance often indicates you're touching upon something important. If mirror work feels especially challenging for you, it may be revealing a deep opportunity for healing in your relationship with yourself and with prosperity. Be gentle with yourself, but continue showing up for this practice. The discomfort will gradually transform into comfort and even joy as you develop a loving relationship with your reflection. For the most transformative results with mirror work, I recommend incorporating it into both your morning and evening routines. This creates powerful, energetic bookends to your day, reinforcing your abundance consciousness from sunrise to sunset. In the morning, mirror work sets a positive tone, programming your subconscious for prosperity before the day's demands begin. Combined with your morning affirmations and visualization, it creates a potent abundance initiation that ripples throughout your day. In the evening, mirror work provides an opportunity to acknowledge the abundance you experienced during the day and to release any scarcity thinking that may have crept in. It's a time to reconnect with your worthiness before sleep, when your subconscious mind is particularly receptive to new programming. Your evening mirror practice might include affirmations such as, "Thank you for all the abundance you noticed today. I'm proud of how you're changing your relationship with prosperity." While you sleep, your subconscious mind is aligning more and more with wealth and well-being. This twice daily mirror practice creates a powerful consistency that accelerates your abundance transformation. Over time, you'll notice that looking into your own eyes becomes a comforting ritual rather than an uncomfortable challenge. You'll begin to see yourself with more love, acceptance, and appreciation, which naturally extends to how you perceive your worthiness to receive prosperity. As you become more comfortable with basic mirror work, you might want to explore deeper practices that can accelerate your abundance transformation. Here are some powerful ways to take your mirror work to the next level. Try the mirror forgiveness practice. Look into your eyes and say, "I forgive you for all the times you've denied your abundance. I forgive you for believing you weren't worthy of prosperity. I forgive you for the financial mistakes you've made. You are forgiven, you are loved, and you are free to create wealth now." Experiment with mirror dialogues. Ask your reflection questions about abundance, such as, "What do you need to feel more financially secure?" Or, "What's one step you could take today to increase your prosperity?" Then quietly listen for the answers that arise from your deeper wisdom. Practice mirror celebrations. Acknowledge every financial win, no matter how small, in the mirror. I'm so proud of you for paying that bill on time, or I celebrate you for asking for that raise, or congratulations on saving that extra $20 this week. These celebrations reinforce positive financial behaviors and help you recognize your progress. Try mirror work with gratitude. Thank your reflection for specific ways you've demonstrated abundance consciousness. Thank you for being generous even when money was tight. Or, thank you for continuing to believe in your financial future even during challenges. These deeper mirror practices help you develop a loving, supportive relationship with yourself around money matters. They heal the self-criticism, doubt, and shame that may have characterized your financial self-talk in the past, replacing these limiting patterns with encouragement, compassion, and genuine appreciation. We've explored morning affirmations to begin your day in alignment with abundance, and now I want to share the extraordinary power of evening reflection affirmations. The time just before sleep is magical for reprogramming your subconscious mind. Your brain transitions from beta waves, active thinking, to alpha waves, relaxed awareness, and then to theta waves, drowsiness, before entering sleep. During these transitional states, your subconscious mind is especially receptive to new programming. Think of it this way. Throughout your day, your conscious mind has been in charge, making decisions, solving problems, and navigating challenges. But as you prepare for sleep, your conscious mind begins to step back, allowing more direct access to your subconscious, where your deepest beliefs about money and success reside. This makes bedtime the perfect opportunity to plant seeds of abundance that can grow while you sleep. What you think about in those precious moments before drifting off shapes not only your dreams, but also your subconscious prosperity programming. How many times have you fallen asleep worrying about bills or financial problems? Each time you do this, you're instructing your subconscious to focus on lack and limitation. But you can use this same powerful time to instill thoughts of abundance instead, creating a completely different energetic foundation for your financial future. Now I'd like to share 3 beautiful evening affirmations that will help you close your day in perfect alignment with prosperity consciousness. These affirmations are specifically designed to work with your subconscious mind during sleep when deep transformation occurs. Your first evening affirmation is, "As I sleep, my mind creates new pathways of abundance and opportunity." This affirmation acknowledges the incredible work your brain does during sleep. Scientific research has shown that sleep is a time of neural integration and problem solving. Your brain literally makes new connections while you rest. By stating this affirmation before sleep, you're directing this natural process toward creating prosperity solutions. Your second evening affirmation is, "I release all financial worries to the universe, knowing that all is well and solutions are coming to me." This affirmation helps you let go of the day's money concerns, creating space for answers to emerge. Often we block solutions by clutching our problems too tightly. This affirmation encourages a relaxed trust in the abundance of the universe, which is a much more conducive energy for manifesting prosperity. Your third evening affirmation is, I am grateful for all the abundance I received today, and I open myself to receive even more tomorrow. This affirmation combines the power of gratitude with positive expectation. By acknowledging the abundance you've already experienced, you align with the frequency of having rather than lacking. By opening to receive more tomorrow, you create a beautiful bridge of prosperity from one day to the next. As with your morning affirmations, speak these evening affirmations slowly and with feeling. You might want to say them as you lie in bed, preparing for sleep. Allow them to be the last thoughts in your mind as you drift off, knowing that your subconscious will work with them throughout the night. To maximize the effectiveness of your evening abundance practice, it helps to properly prepare your subconscious mind for its overnight work. This preparation begins with creating a peaceful transition from your active day to your restful night. I recommend establishing a simple pre-sleep ritual that signals to your body and mind that it's time to shift gears. This might include turning off electronic devices at least 30 minutes before bed, enjoying a warm cup of herbal tea, taking a relaxing bath, or spending a few moments journaling about the abundance you experienced during the day. As you prepare for sleep, consciously release any financial tensions you've been carrying. You might visualize placing your money concerns in a beautiful box and handing it over to the universe with the trust that solutions will emerge in divine timing. This release creates mental and emotional space for new prosperity ideas to form while you sleep. It's also helpful to review the day with an abundance mindset before saying your evening affirmations. Ask yourself, what forms of abundance did I experience today? Remember, this isn't just about money. It includes abundance of love, time, creativity, support, beauty, and joy. Acknowledging the prosperity you've already received primes your subconscious to notice and attract more. Finally, as you say your evening affirmations, place a hand on your heart. This simple gesture helps you connect with your affirmations on an emotional level, not just intellectually. Your heart is a powerful energetic center, and engaging it in your abundance practice enhances the effectiveness of your affirmations. One of the most beautiful aspects of combining morning and evening abundance practices is that you create a continuous cycle of positive expectation. Your morning practice sets you up to notice and receive prosperity throughout your day. Your evening practice acknowledges the abundance you received and opens you to more while you sleep. Then you begin again the next morning, creating an upward spiral of increasing prosperity consciousness. This cycle of positive expectation is crucial for manifesting greater abundance because what we expect largely determines what we experience. When you expect good things to come to you financially, you're more likely to notice opportunities, take inspired action, and remain open to receiving. Conversely, when you expect struggle and lack, you're more likely to miss opportunities and unconsciously push away the very prosperity you desire. Your evening affirmations strengthen this positive expectation by acknowledging that good things happen today and declaring that more good is coming tomorrow. This creates a powerful momentum of abundance that grows stronger with each day of practice. I've seen this cycle work miracles in people's financial lives. One woman who was deeply in debt began this practice without seeing any immediate change in her circumstances. But she persisted, faithfully doing her morning and evening abundance work. Within 3 months, she had received an unexpected bonus at work, found a creative solution to consolidate her debt at a lower interest rate, and started a small side business that brought in additional income. None of these opportunities were on her radar when she began her practice, but her cycle of positive expectation helped her recognize and receive them when they appeared. Another powerful aspect of your evening abundance practice is setting an intention to dream about prosperity. Your dreams can be incredible sources of creative solutions, new income ideas, and deeper insights into your relationship with money. Before falling asleep, you might say, "Tonight, I welcome dreams of abundance that guide me to greater prosperity." This simple intention alerts your subconscious mind to pay special attention to financial themes during your dream state. Keep a notebook by your bed to record any abundance dreams you remember upon waking. Even fragments or seemingly nonsensical dreams may contain valuable guidance when you reflect on them. Over time, you may notice patterns or recurring symbols in your dreams that offer clues to your prosperity path. You can also use sleep visualization as part of your evening abundance practice. As you're drifting off to sleep, imagine yourself floating in a gentle stream of golden light that represents infinite prosperity. Feel this light nourishing every cell of your body, healing any scarcity consciousness, and aligning you with the frequency of abundance. This peaceful image not only enhances your prosperity programming, but also promotes restful sleep. Some people find it helpful to place symbols of abundance near their bed. Perhaps a beautiful crystal, a written affirmation, or an image that represents prosperity to them. These symbols reinforce your abundance intentions as you fall asleep and are among the first things you see upon waking, creating a continuous loop of prosperity consciousness. As you deepen your abundance practice, it's important to become aware of the common thought patterns that may be blocking your prosperity. These scarcity thinking patterns are like weeds in your abundance garden. Once you identify them, you can gently remove them and plant more nourishing thoughts in their place. One of the most prevalent scarcity patterns is comparison thinking. This happens when you look at others who have more than you and conclude that there isn't enough for everyone. You might think, "They got the promotion I wanted, so now I've missed my chance," or "That person has cornered the market in my field, so there's no room for me." This thinking assumes prosperity is a limited resource that must be divided, rather than an infinite flow that expands to include everyone. Another common pattern is catastrophic thinking about money. This occurs when you immediately jump to the worst possible outcome in any financial situation. For example, a temporary cash flow issue triggers thoughts like, "I'm going to end up homeless," or a stock market fluctuation leads to, "I'm going to lose everything I've worked for." This extreme thinking creates intense fear, which blocks the creative solutions that could address the actual situation. Perfectionism is another insidious form of scarcity thinking. It shows up as thoughts like, "I can't start investing until I've learned everything about the market," or "I can't charge for my services until I've mastered my craft completely." This all-or-nothing mindset keeps you stuck in preparation mode rather than taking the imperfect action that would allow abundance to flow. Zero-sum thinking is particularly limiting when it comes to prosperity. This is the belief that for you to gain, someone else must lose. That abundance is a finite pie with only so many slices to go around. This mindset not only blocks your ability to receive freely, but also creates guilt about your success, as if your good fortune somehow diminishes others. By becoming aware of these and other scarcity patterns in your thinking, you gain the power to choose different thoughts. Remember, awareness is the first step toward transformation. As you notice these limiting patterns, you can gently redirect your mind toward abundance thinking instead. Even with a consistent abundance practice, you'll likely encounter periods of impatience and doubt. These are natural parts of the manifestation process and actually indicate that you're stretching beyond your current comfort zone into greater prosperity. Impatience often arises when you've set clear intentions for abundance but haven't yet seen tangible results. You might think, "I've been doing these affirmations for 2 weeks. Where's my financial breakthrough?" This impatience creates a constricted energy that can actually slow down your manifestations. When impatience arises, I recommend this simple practice. Place one hand on your heart and take 3 deep breaths. Then say to yourself, "I trust divine timing. My abundance is unfolding perfectly, even when I cannot see the whole picture." This affirmation helps you return to a state of peaceful expectation rather than anxious demanding. Doubt is another common visitor on the abundance journey. You might find yourself thinking, "Maybe this doesn't work for someone like me," or "I'm probably doing this wrong." These doubt thoughts undermine your manifestation power, because what you believe fundamentally shapes what you receive. When doubt appears, don't try to fight or suppress it. Instead, acknowledge it with compassion. "I notice I'm experiencing doubt right now, and that's okay." Then gently remind yourself of the evidence that supports your abundance practice. Perhaps small improvements you've already noticed, positive changes in how you feel about money, or success stories you've heard from others. It can also help to reframe doubt as a natural part of growth rather than a sign of failure. When you're learning any new skill, whether it's playing piano, speaking a new language, or developing abundance consciousness, doubt is simply feedback that you're in new territory. Welcome it as a sign that you're expanding beyond old limitations. Both impatience and doubt lose their power when you bring them into the light of loving awareness. By acknowledging these feelings without judgment, and then gently redirecting your focus to trust and positive expectation, you strengthen rather than weaken your abundance practice. Perhaps the most important time to maintain your abundance practice is during financial challenges. When bills are mounting, income is uncertain, or unexpected expenses arise, your natural tendency might be to abandon your prosperity work in favor of worry and problem solving. But this is precisely when your practice is most essential. During challenging times, your abundance affirmations, visualizations, and mirror work serve as energetic anchors that keep you from being swept away by fear and scarcity thinking. They help you maintain a clear mind and open heart, which are necessary for recognizing the solutions and opportunities that are always available, even in difficult circumstances. If you're facing financial challenges, you might need to adjust your practice slightly. Rather than denying the reality of your situation, acknowledge it while maintaining your focus on abundance. For example, instead of affirming, "I am wealthy beyond measure," when you're struggling to pay rent, you might say, "I am navigating this temporary challenge with wisdom and trust." Creative solutions are coming to me now, and my prosperity is increasing day by day. It can also help to shorten your practice during very stressful times, making it more manageable. Even 1 minute of focused abundance work is better than none. You might simplify to just 3 deep breaths and 1 powerful affirmation that resonates deeply with you. The consistency of your practice matters more than its length. Remember that challenging times often precede significant breakthroughs. Many of the most successful people I've worked with have stories of maintaining their prosperity consciousness during their darkest financial hours, only to find that unexpected opportunities emerged from what seemed like impossible situations. Trust that your abundance practice is working even when, especially when, external circumstances suggest otherwise. The seeds you plant during challenging times will bloom when conditions improve, often creating a level of prosperity that wouldn't have been possible without the growth that difficulty inspired. As you continue your abundance journey, you'll likely discover that certain limiting beliefs about money keep reappearing despite your best efforts. These persistent beliefs usually have deep roots in your childhood or significant life experiences. Transforming them requires going beyond surface affirmations to address the core belief itself. One powerful approach is to identify the origin of the limiting belief. Ask yourself, when did I first start believing this about money? Who taught me this? What experience seemed to confirm this belief? Often, you'll find that your most stubborn money beliefs were formed when you were very young, based on comments from parents or other authority figures, or during emotionally charged experiences related to finances. Once you've identified the source of the belief, you can begin a gentle process of questioning its validity. For example, if you grew up hearing, "Money doesn't grow on trees," and internalize this as, "Money is scarce and hard to come by," you might ask, is this absolutely true? Are there examples in my life or others' lives that contradict this belief? How might viewing money as abundant rather than scarce serve me better? Another effective approach is dialogue work with the part of you that holds the limiting belief. In your journal or during quiet meditation, ask this aspect of yourself what it's trying to protect you from by maintaining this belief. Often, even our most limiting money beliefs began as attempts to keep us safe or help us belong in our family or community. Acknowledging this protective intention creates space for new beliefs that serve both safety and abundance. You might say, "I understand that believing wealthy people are unspiritual helped me feel virtuous when I couldn't afford what others had. Thank you for trying to protect my self-esteem. I now choose to believe that spiritual fulfillment and material abundance can beautifully coexist, which serves me at an even higher level." This compassionate approach to transforming root beliefs avoids the internal conflict that can occur when you try to force new beliefs without addressing the old ones. It honors your journey while opening pathways to greater prosperity consciousness. Your internal abundance work is powerful, but it becomes even more effective when supported by your external environment and community. The spaces you inhabit and the people you connect with significantly influence your prosperity consciousness. Take a moment to look around your living and working spaces. Do they reflect and support abundance? Even small adjustments can shift the energy of your environment to better align with prosperity. Consider clearing clutter, which represents stagnant energy that blocks new abundance from flowing in. Repair broken items, which can symbolize tolerance for less than wholeness in your life. Add touches that represent abundance to you. Perhaps fresh flowers, beautiful art, or symbols of prosperity from various traditions. Also, examine the media you consume. Do the books, magazines, podcasts, TV shows, and social media feeds you engage with reinforce abundance thinking or scarcity thinking? Make conscious choices to surround yourself with messages that support your prosperity consciousness rather than undermine it. Equally important is the company you keep. The people closest to you profoundly influence your beliefs and expectations. Do your regular conversations include positive discussions about money, opportunity, and abundance? Or do they revolve around complaints, financial fears, and limitation? You don't need to abandon friends or family who aren't on an abundance path, but you might need to set gentle boundaries around financial conversations with them. Meanwhile, consider seeking out a prosperity buddy or abundance circle. People with whom you can share your abundance journey, celebrate financial wins, and receive support during challenges. Remember that environment and community aren't just about avoiding negative influences. They're about actively creating positive ones. When you surround yourself with abundance-minded spaces and people, your own prosperity consciousness naturally strengthens and expands. As we near the end of our time together, I want to acknowledge the beautiful journey you've embarked upon. By committing to this 5-minute daily abundance practice, you're doing something truly remarkable. You're consciously participating in creating your financial reality rather than simply reacting to circumstances. This journey of consistent practice will have its ebbs and flows, its challenges and triumphs. There will be days when your affirmations feel deeply true and days when they feel like empty words. There will be moments of exciting manifestation and periods of apparent stagnation. There will be breakthroughs that exceed your expectations and setbacks that test your commitment. All of this is not only normal but necessary for genuine transformation. Just as a butterfly must struggle to emerge from its chrysalis in order to strengthen its wings, your moments of doubt and difficulty are strengthening your abundance muscles. Each time you choose to continue your practice despite challenges, you're building prosperity resilience that will serve you for a lifetime. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. If you miss a day of your practice, simply begin again without self-judgment. If you find yourself caught in scarcity thinking, gently redirect your focus to abundance. The power of this work isn't in doing it perfectly. It's in returning to it again and again with an open heart. I've worked with people who've transformed their financial lives through this simple daily practice. From paying off seemingly insurmountable debt to building thriving businesses, from moving from homelessness to home ownership, from constant money anxiety to financial peace. I've witnessed remarkable prosperity journeys that began with just 5 minutes a day. Your journey is unique, and your results will unfold in ways that are perfect for you. Trust the process, trust your practice, and most importantly, trust yourself and your worthiness to receive all the abundance that is making its way to you now. As you continue your daily abundance practice, you'll likely notice changes occurring in several dimensions of your life. Understanding what to expect can help you recognize and appreciate your progress even before major external changes manifest. First, you'll begin to notice shifts in your thinking. Abundance thoughts will arise more spontaneously, while scarcity thoughts will lose their grip on your mind. You might catch yourself naturally reframing financial challenges as opportunities, or noticing aspects of your prosperity that you previously overlooked. Next, you'll experience changes in your emotional landscape around money. The anxiety, shame, or resentment that may have characterized your financial feelings will gradually give way to greater calm, confidence, and appreciation. Money decisions will trigger less stress. Financial conversations will become easier. You'll feel more deserving of prosperity and more comfortable with receiving. As your thoughts and emotions shift, your behaviors will naturally follow. You might find yourself taking more inspired actions related to your prosperity, perhaps pursuing a promising opportunity, asking for appropriate compensation, or making wiser financial choices. These behavior changes aren't forced. They emerge organically from your evolving prosperity consciousness. Eventually, your external circumstances will reflect these inner changes. The timing and specific form of these manifestations vary for each person. For some, small financial improvements begin almost immediately, while larger changes develop over time. For others, there might be a period of apparent stillness, followed by significant breakthroughs. Trust that your unique prosperity path is unfolding perfectly, even when the outer evidence isn't yet visible. Throughout this process, you'll also discover that your definition of abundance itself evolves. While material prosperity remains important, you'll increasingly recognize and value the many forms of wealth that enrich your life. Loving relationships, vibrant health, meaningful work, creative expression, spiritual connection, and simple moments of joy. This expanded perspective doesn't diminish your financial goals. Rather, it places them within a broader context of holistic prosperity. As your practice deepens, you'll discover that abundance becomes less about what you have and more about who you are. It transforms from a goal to be achieved into a way of being in the world, an inner state that naturally attracts and creates prosperity in all its forms. Living as abundance means approaching life from a fundamental assumption of fullness rather than lack. It means trusting in the generous nature of the universe while taking inspired action from that trust. It means recognizing yourself as a powerful co-creator of your reality, rather than a passive recipient of circumstances. When abundance becomes your way of being, you move through the world differently. You speak about money with ease and optimism. You make decisions from a place of expansive possibility rather than fearful limitation. You give generously because you trust in the infinite supply. You receive graciously because you know your worthiness. You handle challenges with resilience because you understand that temporary setbacks don't define your prosperity journey. This way of being radiates from you like light, touching everyone you encounter. Without even trying, you become an abundance teacher, showing others through your example that prosperity consciousness is available to anyone willing to cultivate it. Your financial success inspires rather than intimidates because it clearly flows from an inner state that others can develop too. Abundance as a way of being is sustainable in a way that pursuing external wealth alone is not. It doesn't depend on specific circumstances or achievements. It remains steady through life's inevitable ups and downs. It provides a deep sense of security that goes beyond your bank balance. And perhaps most importantly, it allows you to enjoy your prosperity journey rather than postponing happiness until you reach some future financial goal. This is the ultimate promise of your 5-minute abundance practice, not just having more, but being more. Being more connected to the infinite supply, being more open to receiving, being more generous in giving, being more trusting in the perfect unfolding of your prosperity path, being at your core the embodiment of abundance itself. As we prepare to close our time together, I invite you to make a heartfelt commitment to your 5-minute daily abundance practice. This commitment isn't a rigid obligation or another item on your to-do list. Rather, it's a loving promise to yourself, a declaration that your prosperity consciousness is worth nurturing every day. You might formalize this commitment by writing it down, perhaps in these or similar words. I, your name, commit to spending 5 minutes each day developing my abundance consciousness. I recognize that this simple practice has the power to transform my financial reality, and I give it the priority it deserves. I approach this commitment with joy and flexibility, knowing that consistency rather than perfection is the key to transformation. Consider what might help you maintain this commitment. Would setting a specific time each day support your practice? Would creating a beautiful physical space for your abundance work help you look forward to it? Would asking a friend to check in with you provide helpful accountability? Would tracking your practice in a journal allow you to see your consistency and progress? Remember that this commitment is ultimately about self-love. You're choosing to devote 5 minutes each day to aligning with the prosperity that is your birthright. You're prioritizing your abundance because you're worth it, because your financial peace and well-being matter deeply. As you continue your practice in the days, weeks, and months ahead, be gentle with yourself. Celebrate your consistency while allowing for human imperfection. Notice and appreciate even small shifts in your prosperity consciousness. Trust that your practice is working, even when changes aren't immediately visible. And know that you're not alone on this journey. Thousands of people around the world are doing this same daily work, creating a powerful collective field of abundance consciousness. Your individual practice contributes to and is supported by this greater field, accelerating the manifestation of prosperity for all. I'd like to close our time together with a final abundance affirmation, one that encompasses the essence of prosperity consciousness and serves as a touchstone you can return to again and again on your abundance journey. Please repeat after me, either aloud or in your heart. I am one with the infinite abundance of the universe. Money flows to me easily and joyfully from expected and unexpected sources. I receive with gratitude and give with love. My prosperity increases day by day, and I use my wealth to create a more beautiful world for myself and others. I am worthy, I am ready, and I am abundantly blessed, now and always. Feel these words resonating in your body. Let them sink into your cells, into your heart, into the deepest parts of your being. This is your truth. This is your birthright. This is the reality that is unfolding for you now as you commit to your 5-minute daily abundance practice. Thank you for joining me on this abundance journey. I honor your commitment to creating greater prosperity in your life. I celebrate the wealth and well-being that is flowing to you now. And I look forward to hearing the beautiful abundance stories that will emerge from your faithful practice. Until we meet again, may your days be filled with prosperity, your heart with peace, and your life with the sweet certainty that abundance is not just your future, it is your now. Dear one, what a beautiful journey we've taken together through the landscape of abundance. From setting our initial intentions to exploring the fundamentals of prosperity consciousness, from learning powerful affirmations to experiencing transformative visualization practices, from embracing gratitude to facing our blocks with compassion, we've covered so much ground in these moments together. Remember that this 5-minute daily practice is both simple and profound. Its power lies not in complexity, but in consistency. By devoting just 5 minutes each day to aligning with abundance, you're making a declaration to the universe and to yourself that prosperity matters to you, that you're ready to receive it, and that you're willing to do your part in co-creating it. The beautiful thing about this practice is that it meets you exactly where you are. Whether you're facing significant financial challenges or simply wanting to elevate your abundance to new levels, these techniques work with equal effectiveness. They address the root of prosperity, your consciousness, rather than just the symptoms of your current financial reality. As you move forward from here, I encourage you to approach your abundance journey with both determination and lightness. Be serious about your practice, but playful in your approach. Be committed to your prosperity, but gentle with yourself when old patterns arise. Be focused on your goals, but open to the surprising ways abundance might find you. Above all, remember that you are infinitely worthy of the prosperity you seek. Not because of what you do or achieve, but simply because of who you are. A magnificent expression of life itself, deserving of all good things. I believe in you. I believe in your capacity to transform your relationship with abundance. I believe in the beautiful prosperity story that is unfolding in your life right now. Thank you for sharing this time with me. May your abundance overflow, blessing not only your life, but touching everyone you encounter with the light of prosperity consciousness.